Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I got a super fun deck here for you. This is Jund Citadel combo. Now, this is not my usual style of deck. However, I've been encountering it quite a bit on the ladder, and every time I do, it does something neat. So I just had to try it out and see what makes this deck tick. The deck is basically built around the namesake card, Bolas' Citadel. It is a legendary artifact for 3 and 3 black. It says, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. Then, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell in this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. This is great because, well, once we get Bolas' Citadel onto the field, we're basically going to be able to assemble an engine which just lets us go infinite and win the game on the spot. Now, how are we going to get there? Well, we're going to ramp into it. Bolas' Citadel is 6 CMC, so we need to get there quickly. We do have 4 copies of Llanowar Elves in the deck, 4 copies of Gilded Goose, and 4 copies of Prosperous Innkeeper. The Goose and the Elves are pretty self-explanatory, and then the Prosperous Innkeeper actually serves a couple of purposes. Of course, it's going to ramp us with the treasure, and the treasure is going to have a secondary purpose later on, and I'll mention that when I get to it. And then the more important part is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control, we gain 1 life. Well, that's super important because first of all, we're playing a ton of creatures. The combo is creature centered, and Bolas' Citadel requires us to use a lot of life. So if we are able to get 1 or 2 prosperous innkeepers onto the battlefield, and we start casting things like Llanowar Elves, we pay 1 life, but we gain 1 life back. Or if we have 2 prosperous innkeepers out on the field, we net 1 life. Pretty sweet. That's going to allow us to just keep on turning through our deck. Next, how do we actually win when we get this assembled? Well, we're going to be winning through Mayhem Devil and Blood Artist. Both of these cards are going to either deal damage to the opponent's face or make them lose 1 life. In the case of Blood Artist, every time a creature dies, opponent loses 1 life, and more importantly, we gain 1 life. So it does double work just like the Prosperous Innkeeper. We are going to be sacrificing and basically killing off a whole bunch of our creatures in the deck to make everything work, and every time we do that, the Blood Artist deals 1 damage, or again, makes them lose 1 life. You know what I mean. In the case of the Mayhem Devil, every time a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. While we are going to be sacrificing a lot of creatures, getting the trigger from the Mayhem Devil and from the Blood Artist if they're both on the field. In addition, we are also going to be sacrificing treasures. Every time a Prosperous Innkeeper enters the field, creates a treasure. Even if we don't need the mana, just sacrificing the treasure to get triggers from the Mayhem Devil could help us win the game. And then the Gilded Goose also creates food tokens, which we can sacrifice, and you get the idea. Lots of things are dying, lots of things are being sacrificed, and with Mayhem Devils and Blood Artists on the field, the opponent's going to basically die very quickly. Now, we have a lot of ways of making opponents sacrifice things. The key way of doing it is with Woolstrider. Woolstrider is actually probably one of the most important pieces in the deck because it serves so many purposes. When it enters the battlefield, it's going to create a 0/1 white goat creature token, really great for sacrificing to itself, because its next ability is the key part of it. Sacrifice another creature, scry 1. Now, the big downside of Bolas' Citadel is that it lets you play lands from the top of your deck, but you can only, of course, play 1 land per turn. So if you have 2 lands stacked on top of each other, you play out your first one from the top of the deck, and then, second land, you kind of get stuck there. That's why we need ways of clearing off the top of our deck, and we have several ways in our deck to do that. One of them, of course, is Woolstrider. It's definitely the best way to do that because we just sacrifice a creature, get the triggers that we want anyways, and then scry that card to the bottom. Another way of getting rid of that pesky card is if we have a Yawgmoth on the field. Yawgmoth has a great ability. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, which is what we want to be doing. Put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. So we can draw in that pesky land, see what else is on the top of our deck then, and then keep the things going. And then finally, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, which is the card that I'm the most uncertain about in this deck currently. It does everything that we want it to do. We have to tap it, sacrifice 2 creatures, which we want to be doing, and then the opponent obviously will lose life, has to sacrifice a creature. Very good against Sarah's Emissary, by the way. And we get to add 2 black and draw a card. So the drawing a card can clean the top of our deck. Getting 2 black mana maybe helps us ramp before we get the combo engine going, and then of course draining the opponent and making them sacrifice, always good. I personally haven't seen the Priest of the Forgotten Gods do too much, but I'm sure after I play the deck a little bit more, it'll come up more often. The last card that I, of course, have to mention is Collected Company. A lot of our deck is 3 CMC or less. Basically, Yawgmoth is the only one that isn't, and we would love to hit Wolf Strider, Mayhem Devil, Blood Artist, you name it, off of this Collected Company. Collected Company also off the top of the deck by paying 4 life from Bolas Citadel. Fantastic deal. Over in our lands, the lands are pretty typical. Jund stuff. The only special one is going to be the Phyrexian Tower. 2 copies of it. Lets us sacrifice a creature. Generate 2 black mana. Great for ramping into Bolas Citadel. Alright. So, I mean, all those things seem pretty cool, right? Over in the sideboard, we have ways of dealing with more aggressive strategies with Fatal Push. Also, Noxious Grasp can come in against white and green. Also, Noxious Grasp can be very good against Serra's Emissary. Serra's Emissary is always on my mind these days. I gotta keep considering that card because I've just lost too many games to an Emissary resolving and not having any recourse against it. We're also playing Hand Disruption, 4 copies of Thoughtseize, and 2 copies of Inquisition of Kozilek. Cards, Graveyard Hate, pretty annoying because Graveyard Hate stops Blood Artist triggers. It doesn't stop Mayhem Devil triggers, but, you know, we definitely want our Blood Artist to be doing what it's doing. And then cards like Anger of the Gods are also very pesky for our deck to deal with, simply because all of our creatures have 3 toughness or less, and them getting exiled is not really great for us. Finally, we are playing 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze because tons of people are on graveyard strategies. Delirium decks are running around all over the place. And then 2 copies of Soul Shatter for Serra's Emissary one more time. So this is the deck. It looks fun. It is fun. And hopefully it gets to do its thing in the games that I play. Yeah, jump into them and see how they go. See you over there. All right. Time for some Bolas' Citadel. I don't know if it's going to work well. We'll see. I think there are a lot of hostile things in the format against this deck. Really worried about running into Prismari Commands because that card just dunks on Bolas' Citadel and able to take out like a lot of the creatures in our deck. Not a fan. Get to play first. No, opponent gets to go first. Opening hand's pretty cool though, so we'll try it. By the way, obviously you'll be noticing the new style. Let me know what you think about this. Been messing around with things and got my hands on a green screen. Haven't quite optimized the settings, and I got to figure out maybe my lighting situation a little bit more. I don't like that I see a reflection in my eyes up there, but it is what it is, and you know, it's pretty neat so far. Let's keep ramping, because if we do hit Bolas' Citadel next turn, I'm able to play it. But yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. I'm going to spend this weekend, mess around with the settings a little bit, optimize things, and see how everything goes. So I didn't find the Citadel. Okay. No more lands, please. Please and thank you. Do get to gain a little bit of life. We're going to be able to sacrifice the goat, maybe even a Llanowar Elf next turn. And because we do have 4 or 5, we only need 1 more mana. The opponent is doing super cool things. Actually, somebody requested, I don't know if it was Selesnya Enchantress or Azorius Enchantress. And it's definitely a deck that I'm going to be exploring at some point. Deck looks pretty sweet. Yeah, let's sack an elf. I want to find it. Give it. Gets rid of Scythus, whatever. No, it's Shrouded. Never mind. It's a good card, but I'm gonna put it on the bottom. Okay, let's draw some action. Oh. Yes, please. All right. So we have made the land drop, and that's bad news. But we have 18 life, plenty of life to go around, and an Innkeeper on top. Wouldn't this be something? Okay, there's a land. Gonna have to scry that away. Let's get rid of the goose. Thankfully, Sterling Grove doesn't give them hexproof. That would be a miserable thing. Elf is fantastic. Doesn't cost anything. Get to do damage. Get to scry. This deck's a little click intensive, but yeah. So happy that it's working. And the opponent is not having any of it. Huh. Well, it's a little bit of a shame that that happened. Only gained 1 pip there. Interesting. Gonna keep it in because that showcases what the deck can do, and I might not be able to do that again. Next one. All right. Let's go. More Citadel comboing. I want to do it again. Oh, opening hand is almost good. So risky. Yeah, I don't... If I had 2 lands, I'd keep it, but... Yeah, this is better. We'll get rid of 1 Citadel. 1 Citadel on the bottom. Got to be aware of that, because I might need to go fishing for another one at some point. Okay. Gonna put this out on red. And I think I'm gonna go out with the Mayhem Devil, just to scare them. Because the Mayhem Devil could ping a lot of elves down. It's not elves, it's Gruul. Okay. Missed on that. But Wolfstrider's really good. Okay. Am I comfortable attacking here? No. I was thinking I could attack in. If they double block, I could sack, and ping down the ooze or the pelt collector, but it's just not worth doing. Yeah, that sucks. It really sucks because I don't want to take 4 damage. Okay, sacrifice this. Yeah, let's get rid of the Land War Elf. Scry. It's a land, it's not... It's okay. This is only going to cost me... If I put it out tapped, and then I play out Prosperous Innkeeper plus Priest of the Forgotten Realms, I'm going to only pay 1 life, put into 15. I think it's worth it to get both of these out. Because then next turn I can kind of guarantee the Citadel with the mana from the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. 4, 5, 6. But I'd have to sacrifice 2 creatures, which... Oh no, this is an Embercleave. Why is it an Embercleave? Am I just dead? Because I gotta put cards in front of things, and he can just give... They can give trample to whatever. That's not cool. So then my only other hope is drawing a land off the top, and then I get my Citadel instead of using the Priest. What choice do I have? Kind of have to do that. It's definitely a cleave. Okay. It's not a cleave? Okay, okay. So I was thinking about sacrificing things there. But it was better just to not take all that damage. Yeah, okay. Land. Darn. Yeah, that... Close. Close. The one thing, you know, about the deck, obviously, is you have to kind of stay at a higher life total. I think. I'm not sure how deep you can really push that. If I didn't believe the opponent had a cleave, maybe things would have gone a little bit differently. But shocking that Stomping Ground in was just too much. It's got to be an Embercleave, right? Again. Yeah. Right. Well, you know, it is what it is. I'm kind of curious if there was a land on, if there were a land atop. Let's find out. You don't have to do that, opponent. You have, oh, it's a goose. Okay. All right. So we did. That's kind of what I expect, especially against Gruul. I imagine Gruul is probably one of the tougher matchups. First game. Game 2, we get to bring in Fatal Pushes. Noxious Grasp also is pretty okay. I don't believe Priest of the Forgotten Gods is really going to do much of anything in this matchup. And I think I can just get rid of one Yawgmoth. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not actually sure how important Yawgmoth is to the deck. That's another card, along with the Priest of the Forgotten Gods, that I haven't really gotten to tick really well. But, yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Gonna drop games. Bounce back. Alright. We'll get him. We'll get him. Yeah, I don't hate this hand. So we'll go out with an early Goose. Wolfstrider turn. It's a little bit awkward because it's Goose. If this were an Elf, it would be so much better. But do I just go... Yeah, I think I just go for Collected Company next turn. If they have a Giant to stomp the Goose, kind of sucks, but... You know. That's what it is. This Brawler is... Goodness gracious, deck. He's up on the lands. The Brawler's going to be a problem. Taking me down to 16 sucks. The deck doesn't really block super well. Like, even if I do Collected Company here, there's nothing in here that stops a Voltaic Brawler. Yeah, that's fine. Double Wolfstrider. So we don't have 6 mana next turn. We could have potentially 5 mana. Okay. Boom, boom. I could put double Wolfstrider in front of that. No, it's not worth it. Wolfstrider is so important if they have an Ember or what am I saying? Bone Crusher Giant. I do have another one though. I don't know. Okay, so let's first... No. We're going to sacrifice that one. Fizzle the Bone Crusher, which is fantastic. Ooh. Yeah, we'll keep the Collected Company. Dirty dog! Dirty dog! Max, Matwell, I can't believe you would do that to me. Can't believe you would do that to me. Do I... How much do I care? That's fine. I can't exactly get rid of it easily. Could sacrifice the Goose and the Goat. Is that worth it? Maybe? I think it kind of is. Really don't like this Voltaic Brawler. Don't care for the Goose. Okay. Well, this means I can't... Creature cards and graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Card kind of shuts down my whole game plan. So I'm going to have to do this a little bit differently, and I don't know how that's going to go. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have put out the Wolf Strider. Hmm. Okay. They might have a second questing beast. Unfortunately, the Wolf Striders can't escape either, so I can't really do much with that. Yeah, we'll keep it. I think it's okay. Rude. It's afraid of the Mayhem Devil, so probably okay to just keep it there. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage is it's kind of a problematic card, isn't it? I'm sure there's an out. I'm sure. Unfortunately, Mayhem Devil can't sacrifice itself. Right? Sacrifice another creature. I don't know why they said oops. I guess I can just do this. Yeah. I wonder if I would have realized I could sacrifice if they didn't say oops. Food for thought. Hey, I can still play lands off the top of my deck. That's cool. This is fun. This is really fun. Oh, I didn't sacrifice it? I kind of thought... I was trying to break magic laws, and I thought... I guess if you have two of the same permanents on the field, they don't technically sacrifice. I was hoping I would get a Mayhem Double Trigger. Oof. Okay. That's sweet. Love it. That's a scary Pelt Collector. And I'm drawing trash. But this trash is actually really good. I'm not missing lethal here, am I? No. Okay. What a weird game. This is fun. This is fun. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm trying. Doing my best out here. Yeah. Oh, through the Grafdigger's Cage. What do I do about Grafdigger's Cages? I never... It's there's no sideboard plan against the Grafdigger's Cage. Huh. Do I bring in Inquisition, or do I just hope they don't hit it? There's a... Like, this stops collecting companies. It stops the Wolf Striders. Huh. That's a big problem. Yeah. Go for it. If I were a better player, maybe I'd know what to do in that situation, but no problem. Still got a win. Still got the win. No green mana for the Gilded Goose, which is not great. These three cards are very good, though. I think I gotta throw it away. This is better. If they have the... whatchamacallit, I'm in big trouble, though. I think I'm gonna put that the Grafter's Cage, of course. I'm gonna put that to the bottom. Kind of regrettably. But I think I value the collected company a little bit more. The opponent is going for the beats. So down to 6 or 14, not great. Okay, taking 8 down to 10. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I think this might just be a start that I can't really do much about, right? I don't know. It's not good enough. I don't know what would be good enough here. That's powerful. Double block there. And a 6. Okay, I don't think Bolas' Citadel gets me out of this anymore. Ooh. Alright, so the opponent came prepared for my deck. And that's kind of all she wrote, right? Yeah. So I gotta throw away the Woe Strider here. Can't really block with the Rampaging Frostodon, so... We still don't have emotes? Come on, game. Okay. Opponent got me. Hey. Turns out they were well prepared against life gain, Coco, all that good stuff. Lost 2 pips for that. Only gained 1 for the last one. Strange. Next one. Alright. Hopefully our deck doesn't get hated out anymore. Not a big fan of how that last game went. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make this work. Plus we got the lucky Phyrexian land, which is, oh, so disappointing. Has the cool Phyrexian writing when it's in the hand, and then as soon as you click on it, it goes away. Who decided that? I think I'm just gonna go out with the priest first. We might be able to hit a turn for Coco though, so good stuff. Okay, spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Guess you get to take my Coco. Maybe they see the pathway though and think I don't have greens mana. I didn't have any red mana opponent. There's my green mana. Let's get in for 1. Okay. Yeah. Double priest, that's fine. As long as we don't get hit by another Thoughtseize. I'm pretty happy with how things are looking. Maybe. Okay. You got it. So they have 3 cards in the graveyard now. Dragon Rage Channeler definitely going to be hitting me for 3 very soon. Okay. I see. Not really sure why my deck is prioritizing these things, but... yeah. Guess I'll leave it like this. Maybe I should have collected company before. I don't know. If I could have hit like a Mayhem Devil or something, use the priest, sacrifice some things. Although Yeah, I don't know if I would have been willing to sacrifice the cards I hit off Collected Company. Sure. So there's their creature. Dragon Rage Channeler getting angry, which means the Scourge of the Skyclave is going to be very problematic soon. Attacking with both? What's this? Huh. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that either. Huh. Well, I can kill their Scourge, but I'm not even sure it's worth it. You know what? It's worth it because... Oh, no, I don't get to... I could still do it. We get to see this so seldom. So I think I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm satisfied with that. And their life is, you know, getting low. These blood artists are going to be a problem for them. That being said, I can't really block anything. Oh. Careful now. I've died this way. Hey, collect a company. Oh, Ox is really good. That's cheating. Refilling your hand. Okay, Coco. Yagi is not terrible. It at least stops the Seasoned Pyromancer and Dragon Rage Channeler on the ground. What's up with how many bone shards is that? That's unfair. Huh. That's not fair at all. Have to survive, but... So far, deck's feeling a little lackluster. I'll say that. Little weak. Sure. Hopefully they don't find any more money in those lands or cards. They've drawn so many cards. Okay. Hey, get out of here. Okay, this next draw's got to be something real great. Am I stuck, like, sacrificing? Yeah, I think so. That sucks. Let's find out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I can escape this, at least. And I guess I'm technically not dead. Getting pretty close. Getting real close. Inquisition? It's not gonna do anything. Scary. So, goat in front of the ox, and wolf strider in front of the bowmat, so they sack it. Oh. Yeah, I guess I gotta put it over there now. Okie doke. Not good enough. I think I need like a blood artist, right? Yeah, that would work. Blood artist off the top. One time. Funny looking blood artist, isn't it? There's nothing, right? Okay. And I think those two tokens... Nah, it didn't matter. They were getting through anyways. Because I had to block, and they had 5 coming... Or 4, exactly. So this extra 2's not that big a deal. They got to attack, though. It's still lethal. Okay. Alright. A little unhappy about this. So what's the deal with the emotes? Has anybody read anything about that? Like, well, why can't I use my hearts? Pretty upset about that, because I definitely paid for some of those emotes. I don't know, Wizards. Been working mega overtime to get this stuff worked out. So, Scavenging Ooze is definitely coming in against the Delirium deck. And maybe... Yeah, maybe Fatal Pushes. Priest, again, feeling very to me. And... maybe I just get rid of one goose. Yeah. Try it like that. Yeah, I don't know. This deck, certainly this deck is going to... probably require a lot more proficiency with it than something mono red or stompy or something mindless, of course. But yeah, right now it's feeling a little underpowered. When it works, and maybe that's just the kind of the key behind it is just get to a point where it works. Little unfortunate with the mana right now. The mana situation kind of sucky. And this Phyrexian tower murdering my thing is not cool. So I can't play out anything. So I guess it's just, ooh, goose? Attack for 1? Yeah. Oh, Llanowar. Honestly, I think the Llanowar Elf should probably be attacking for more. Look at these blades. Could you imagine getting one of these blades, like, jammed into your side? There's no way. Guys, this thing's a monster. Well, that sucks. You know what? I think I'm attacking with the Llanowar. The opponent's not going to block because they want to go down to 18. And then I'm sacrificing the Llanowar Elf to get mana for the Fatal Push. And I could put out the Mayhem Devil or the Llanowar Elf here. I think I kind of have to use my mana now. I think I like the Mayhem Devil more. We'll see. This might have been a little too hasty. Especially with the Abrade. Pokehead Legend, a lot better to face than a Grafdigger's Cage, I'll tell you that much. There's the Black Source, so that's good. And you better believe Gilded Goose is getting in for 2 or 0 with its 2 toughness, flapping its wings in your face, delaying the game. Yeah. All right. The opponent's really slow, so ow. I think I need to find a land. What do we think? What do we think about that? Collected Combat. This deck's always showing me the Cocos at like the worst time. I can sacrifice the Goose, Phyrexian Tower, the Coco. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. The Goose is not really doing anything. And I'm not gonna be sitting here making food with it. Maybe I should. I only have 1 green mana source though, so yeah, awkward. Very awkward. If this hits a couple of dorks though. Do it before, I guess. Doesn't matter. Well, there are the mana dorks that I asked for. Okay. So a land off the top gives me Citadel at 18 life. That's okay. Yeah, yeah. Sacrifice the graveyard. It's fine. I think I would have used that to draw a card, I think. Oh, this guy. Oh, I'm dumb. Super cool thing here. You can tap Llanowar Elf, sacrifice it for additional mana, and then yeah, that I don't know why I didn't realize that. I'm glad the game helps me out and highlights it. Okay. Haven't played a land yet, so there's the land. And I think I'll put it in. Oh. Okay. It's fine. Feeling pretty healthy with these 2 Prosperous Innkeepers. I feel like they don't really have much game going on right now, so should be fine. Okay. Rolling shot's pretty crazy, isn't it? There's no way they don't sacrifice it. Okay. Exile in our graveyard is really not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think they recognize that as well. That's a shame. You want to go through the motions. You kind of hope the opponent's going to be cool and lets you just click away, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. These games are taking a long time, though. I'll tell you that much. Oh, 1 more. All right, good opening hand. Let's go. Yeah? Okay, sure. Oh. Well, I think I'm gonna get rid of it before it can start surveilling. Probably the better approach. Ooh, they're on 1 land. Yeah, you better believe I'm pushing that Bomat if they're on 1 land. That's how you tilt an opponent. If they don't draw a land here, concede. If they don't draw a land here. Oh. Well, I appreciate the opponent sticking it out. Yeah, we'll go out with Yagi. Old Yagi. Oh, there they go. Sure. I wonder if they're going to be desperate and just like Ox next turn. That'd be really fun. Land is what we want to see. That's the first part. Oh, no, we don't need land. We just need one land. Cool. So, assuming they focus on our Mayhem Devil next turn, Bolas is Citadel, 19 life, with the Mayhem Devil. Ping. Mayhem Devil triggering off of both players is so obnoxious. I hate everything about it. Sure. All right. Prosperous Innkeeper's kind of good. Woo. Citadel's always the one that's like, I don't know about this. This hurts. It's starting to hurt. I gotta be careful, actually. Do I? No, you know what? I got the Blood Artist, so I can start sacrificing things. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I don't really feel like getting janked out. And then next turn having access to mana with the Collected Company in hand, playing out the Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay. Kind of wish the opponent were a little bit more cooperative. Still, one more. Right. Fourth and final match with Bolas' Citadel combo. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, sure. Super risky hand, actually. When you start looking at it, you're like, oh. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Oh, the opponent's got a cool pet. I don't know if I've seen this dog yet. I'm gonna go out with the Phyrexian Tower because I don't know if I want to go. Yeah, wow, makes it pretty easy. I'm gonna go this color now. Okay. Could be vampires, mono black, aggro. Dimir. Okay. Tricky one. I think it should be black. I need the black now. Why would it tap like that? Oh, I guess I get it. But, if I find a Mayhem Devil, not having access to red is going to kind of suck. I do have red here, kind of, though. And we're up to 5 mana, so if I hit another land, possible to get out the Citadel. Bone Doomblade on the Prosperous Innkeeper instead of Llanowar Elf. Yeah, probably. Well, miss on that. So, send in the elf again, jamming somebody in the side. And I guess I just put out the Blood Artist. It's gonna suck if they have a board wipe, but is what it is. Gonna get some triggers, at least. Yeah, no, okay. So the game says no triggers for you. Kind of. Oh, I shouldn't have let it resolve. I was being dumb. I knew I was supposed to Phyrexian Tower away that. Get 2 pings, but yeah, that was my mistake. Oops. It's fine. It's fine. We get a tap land. There are not many tap lands in our deck, but there it is. Yeah, Okay. Maybe I played this horribly. I think I should have probably just gotten the Citadel out when I had the chance, when they were tapped out last turn, because I think I could have generated 3 mana with the Phyrexian Tower, and then I would have had extra mana open. I think. And now they're telling me they have a Cry of the Carnarium, so I have to go Bolas' Citadel now. This should lock up the game, even though I played it horribly. That being said, I do need to find creatures. Oh, what a creature. What a creature. Yeah, this is sweet. So I'm gaining 3 life basically every time, and yeah, that helps a lot. In fact, I'm going to go with another one just so I can maybe hit more Mayhem Devils. They know. Alright. Iffy performance from the pro, but that's okay. It's okay. I think I'm bringing in Thought Seizes, dunking my girls as usual, and I think I'm getting rid of both Yawgmoths. I don't know if I like 4 CMC creatures in this matchup. See if they have some kind of graveyard hate or Graph Diggers. Let's see. I feel like Graph Diggers should just be standard in almost every sideboard, unless you're abusing the graveyard. Could you imagine what this deck could do for somebody who's very attuned to it? Kind of makes you want to stick with the deck for a little while and actually get good at it. So next week, we're going to be playing Is It Aggro? Definitely not going to be playing any more Bolas Citadel combo. Because that's what I choose to do. Okay, the land situation is a little better. They got Thoughtseize, though. So they're not finding anything too juicy. Sure thing. So, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Look, I complained about this animation in the last video, I think, as well. That is kind of lackluster for, like, a showcase pet, eh? Looks really awesome, but doesn't do much. So Cling to Dust, gaining a little bit of life, not a big deal. That Mayhem Devil was not coming back. Sure. Well, Collect Company is certainly a cool draw. Got 6 mana. Let's see what the opponent's doing. I really wonder what their win condition is. I haven't seen a Dimir control deck in quite some time. I'm going to keep the goat around. Maybe I shouldn't have. Let's get a red source. I feel like this is a fairly safe attack. Can't imagine they have much. And now I feel like I really have a good upper hand on them. Yeah. Maybe I should have Coco'd there. I don't know. Maybe not. Not into a board wipe. So this turns off Blood Artist, but it's not really that big of a deal. I think I saw Bolas' Citadel on the top there for a quick flash. Citadel off the top. Never lucky. You know what I should have done there? I should have upkeep sacked the goat. That would have been a much better play. Hmm. Narset, not a big deal. Mayhem Devil's going to be able to take care of this shark very easily as well. And I think they might just be dead here. They're going to need something really magical with that Castle Lockwane, which Fatal Push would be awful right now. Which that might actually be what it is. And maybe I just... Yeah. Gotta stay on top, right? It is a Fatal Push. Dirty dog. Do I go all face? Probably, right? With them at 10, I think that's probably the best bet. I'm not going to put out the Gilded Goose because I know this Cry of the Carnarium's definitely going to be hitting the board.
Keep an open mind.
Ooh. Lucky. Wait, what? That's a bit of a nombo my opponent, right? Sorry. Oh, I thought that was Phyrexian Tower. Yeah. Yeah, what's the point of having Drown in the Lock in the deck if you're going to be playing Leyline of the Void? Oh, rude. Stop it. I actually kind of want to go to bed. Let me finish this so I can stop recording, opponent. Stop being difficult. Okay. They can kill the goat. That's kind of fun. No. Bloodurge doesn't kill them though, right? And if they exile them, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. All right. Narset plus that situation should be illegal. I don't like it. Cycle the Shark Typhoon. Okay. Put it out. This is just gonna grind to a slow halt. Are they preparing a Cling to Dust? Okay, yeah. Sure. Sure wish I had a Mayhem Devil right now. Which is probably the reason why I shouldn't be sacrificing this. It's a great draw, right? Collect a company, but oh man, I'm really wondering. They only got one card. Okay. You better believe I'm gonna BM. All right, I don't know. I said the deck felt weak, and then you kind of get good matchups. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Let's go to a wrap up, talk a bit about it. All right, so the Citadel deck it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's silly. It's expensive. I think is probably going to be the biggest deterrent for building this deck. Only playing Llanowar Elf in the common slot and one swamp. So obviously all of your lands are going to be incredibly expensive. And then 12 uncommons not really good enough. The bulk of it, as always, is mostly going to be rare. And then, spending cards, wild cards on things like Bolas' Citadel, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, that's a hard sell. Priest, though, I think is one that you could probably just like not craft. It didn't really impress me. Yawgmoth's another one. I don't know. It just never really came up. Maybe it's good in some other matches, but I felt like this card was pretty lukewarm for the most part. Still, I had a whole lot of fun playing the deck, which is, again, the most important thing. It's pretty awesome. This week, all the decks I played have been pretty entertaining. Hopefully, that can keep going. I've been reading a lot of stuff, a lot of bad opinions about, not bad opinions, negative opinions about Historic and the state that it's in. People saying that it's really bad and it needs to be fixed. In fact, Wizards of the Coast just banned 2 cards in Pauper, getting that format hopefully back on track. So maybe they're going to take a look at Historic because of so much public outcry. Yes, Jeskai is heavily represented. Yes, I really, really don't like Jeskai. But that being said, like, the games are pretty varied. The games that I just played were all over the place. Dimir Control, Gruul Aggro. I can't remember what the other ones were because it's been a while and it's like 2:30 in the morning right now. Still, they were definitely different decks and they weren't Jeskai. Surprisingly, usually I find at least one Jeskai player when I do these kinds of videos. Still, yeah, Historic feels okay to me. There are tons of fun choices. There are tons of decks that are like comfortably tier 2, which kind of sucks. But if you're okay grinding it out and just picking a deck that you really enjoy playing, something like this, I think is probably going to, find a place in some people's hearts. I know this style of deck is entertaining for a certain type of person. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope this is a deck that is now in your line of sight and you know all about it, and maybe try it out. Let me know if you do. Anyways, have a good weekend. Take care, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye.